unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We giving the show, but can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play, and you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align with move.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
You ready? Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. So we got man. Kill. 36. Now.
The first carry now. This is Hill. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
On 2nd down, Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Come on, set.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard
Go
line.
now. 30 base. I'm scared. Check. Fresno. Switch.
Throwing on 2nd down. Minshew. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
218, chopper.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Ricky. Ready.
Back to the ground, it's Hill. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Minshew sets to throw. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run. He'll got his man. Complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for... And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
32's the mic. Rip left. Check 31. General West.
On second down, Hill. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check your hot read.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And able to find Conley. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Off the draw, here's Hill. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Brings up second and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Shoot.
On second and 12, Minshew. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. These two teams all tied after 1. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Throwing on second down now, Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. But Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
That's good. 60 or.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
We got motion. Hey, Delta. Here we go. Ready?
Now Minshew on first and 10. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
It's easy work, but it's coming again.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Come on, set, 8, read. I'm coming.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Watch one. Check 4. Slam. Five. Hit it.
On 4th down, Minshew. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
What is that? 19! Go. Switch.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, Haywood. 52, Mike, 52. Yes. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. I'm coming. New Mike 52, Mike 52.
Out of the gun is Minshew. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run with Pollard. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Reset. 19. Check. Get in the way. 59.
On first down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
This is it. 19. 45. Record.
On second down, it's Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, I'm just one big carry away.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern, after the play-action pass, trying to hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great, you've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Minshew. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Check. Crunch. 52.
So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Lynch. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Going deep here for Watkins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
60 Pittsburgh. Leo. Hey, wahoo! Ready?
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Throwing on first down is Minshew. A dump off now to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10. Minshew, first and 10. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Hey, exit. Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one. It's a party now. Let's get it.
On second and a couple. Minshew under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Tack McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Mike 52. Mike 52. I got one. Mike 52. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And this will be a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on
Go.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
That's it. Here we go.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
He's got a man complete. The 20. 10, touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought that.
And Freeman lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And some room to run now. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, ready?
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Minshew sets to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 2nd down, Freeman. There he goes inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
50, plant. Watch. Hey, Charlotte.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Ready.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew got his man. It's Eifert. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Thompson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
You go tight.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 28.
A gain of 46 yards on the play. First down, Houston.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Switch.
This is Grant. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Throwing now, Watson, and it's caught. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Texans, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering.